Welcome students in our today's online English class. Today we are going to study a poem for the students of class 10. The name of the poem is Animals, written by Walt Whitman, taken from Song of Myself in Leaves of Grass. The poet, in his poem Animals, shows his love toward animals. According to the poet, animals are better than human beings and have all the qualities that humans have forgotten. The poet wants to turn into an animal and experience a life which is free of sins and sorrows. So, let us begin the poem. I will explain it to you, and in the end, we will discuss literary devices used in the poem. So, let us begin. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self contained. I stand and look at them long and long. Here, placid means quiet or calm. Self contained means self controlled. The poet says he wants to turn into an animal and wants to live with animals. According to the poet, the animals looks calm, peaceful and self-controlled. They never complain for anything. Due to these qualities of animals, the poet wants to spend long time with them. He stands and looks at them for a very long time. Next line. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. In these lines, the poet says the animals do not sweat and whine means to complain or cry. Animals do not complain and cry about their condition like humans do. Unlike humans, animals do not stay awake in the night. And they do not weep for sins done by them. Here the poet means that animals are different from human beings because they do not show anger or grief. Further he says that animals do not make him self discussing their duty toward God. It means animals do not pray to God for forgiveness or ask to fulfill their desires like humans do. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. Here, demented means affected with madness, mania means obsession or greed, kneels means bent as a sign of respect. So, here in these lines, the poet says that he does not find any animal that may appear to be dissatisfied. There is not a single animal who suffers from obsession of greed for owning things. Animals do not show respect to another animals as humans do. According to the poet, all animals are equal and they do not need to respect one another. So far, the animals, no one is respectable and unhappy on the earth. Even they do not respect their ancestors as humans do. So, they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself, they evince them plainly in their possession. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? Here, tokens means innate qualities, inborn qualities. Events. Events means to show a particular feeling. Negligently means carelessly. In these lines, the poet says that animals show their similarities to him, which he accepts happily. He feels that animals represent human being in some way. They seem to have innate qualities, and those qualities once human had. They have lot many qualities like kindness, self-containment, innocence, and these all are related to human being. Animals remind the poet of these qualities that symbolizes the lost value of humans. The poet wonders about how animals had got these qualities. Token means qualities. The poet believes that the humans carelessly dropped these virtues a long time ago and have forgotten all about them in their madness to possess things. So, the poem shows poet's great love toward animals. So, let us discuss the literary devices used in the poem. First of all, rhyme scheme. You can easily see there is no rhyme scheme in this whole poem. So, the poem is in uh, free verse. The poem is written in free verse. Then, next literary device used is anaphora. As you know, anaphora is the repetition of same words in consecutive lines. Look, they do not, they do not, they do not. These three words are repeated three times in the poem here. So there is anaphora. Another incident is not one, not one, not one. Here is also anaphora. Next literary device is alliteration. As you know, alliteration is repetition of initial consonant sound in the same line. So, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fifth line, make me. Here is a repetition of ma sound. Alliteration is used here. And again, wonder where. Alliteration is used here. Next poetic device is metaphor. As you know, metaphor compares two objects to give a clearer meaning to one of them. So here, tokens are innate qualities of human. So here is metaphor. So that's all for the day. Thank you.